What prompted nearly 800 Latina women and a few men to wear red on Sabbath, February 10 at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills? Hi, I'm Connie Jeffrey, and this is All God's People. The Hispanic Region Women's Ministry Department of the Southern California Conference, under the direction of Gloria Huerta and her team, held the second annual Go Red Fort de Corazon in the Hall of Liberty at Forest Lawn. According to the American Heart Association, the leading cause of death among women is heart disease. The American Heart Association sent an ambassador to the event, which was designed to bring awareness to the Latina community about heart health. From a Christian perspective, we wanted to take it one step further, Gloria told me, and tie it into a faith-based outreach where we talk not only about the physical heart, but also the spiritual well-being of the heart. This year's theme was Guard Your Heart. Adventist Health Glendale provided a generous grant to help cover expenses for the event, and students from CES Nursing School in Burbank provided free blood pressure checks and then spent time with the women going over their numbers. Material was available from the American Heart Association in English and in Spanish. From heavenly music to dynamic speakers and inspiring testimonies, the women at Go Red Fort de Corazon were blessed with life-saving information and inspiration. From Nevada-Utah Conference, ACS Director Jerry Waggoner has answered the call to serve the Reno community in Christ's name. Earlier this month, Jerry had a powerful experience with a homeless man.
It was a real cold day in Reno. This guy walks in with a little torn shirt and pants on, and I got to talking to him. I said, "Don't you have a jacket?" No, I'm planning on getting one day. I said, well, come back here, and I got to put a real nice leather jacket on this guy, probably a $50 jacket, and gave him, and watched his eyes light up. And then he started asking me questions. You do this for everybody? Is this your work that you enjoy? I said, you make my life. And it's true, those people make my life. I'm up in the years. I enjoy life, and I enjoy meeting people, and serving the people here in this conference is a great pleasure for me.
A living, breathing example of Christ's words, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Many of you are familiar with Dr. Calvin Rock, longtime Vice President of the General Conference and former President of Oakwood University, who since his retirement has lived in Las Vegas and was an interim pastor of the Abundant Life Church. We had the chance to catch up with Dr. Rock recently, and he told us an amazing evangelism story from Nairobi that illustrates the power of the gospel.
Nairobi was a place where the African leadership wanted another American evangelist. And I went there to fulfill the request of the president, and took with me a team that produced in 2 meetings over 1,200 baptisms. 300 of that original group comprised what we call the English-speaking church. We named it the New Life Seventh-day Adventist Church. This was 1987 and 1988. 350 of the 900 that we baptized in that first section comprised the new church. Everybody else was assigned to churches in their provinces or areas where they happened to live. So there was this nucleus of 350 that we organized as the New Life Seventh-day Adventist Church. That one church has spawned 8 other churches, each of which has memberships of 300, 400, some 1,000 and more. And each of those congregations in turn has done a lot of evangelism and Bible studies, including in prisons. That's what they've been doing. They've been preaching, they've been giving Bible studies, expanding. So from 350 has now grown all of these different satellites, totaling over 10,000 members. I don't think that it's atypical for a group to expand, but I don't know of anything quite as explosive as what's happened in Nairobi.
We don't often get to hear the whole story, but here's an example of how work done 3 decades ago has continued to make such a huge difference in people's lives. Our mission dollars are at work. Thank you, Dr. Rock, for sharing with us. As always, links to these stories and more are in the program notes. We're so thankful that you chose to spend a few minutes with us today. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. That's our prayer today for all God's people.